Hi, this is Josh Shane, Oelwein School Superintendent. Back in May, the Iowa Department of Education asked school districts all across Iowa to develop a return to learn plan. In response to this challenge, we created a blended learning task force comprised of educators all across our district to evaluate the concerns and questions that we would have to answer before we can bring students back into a learning environment this fall. Over the past 6 weeks, we have faced that challenge. We've developed protocols. We have put out staff and community surveys and analyzed all that data to create a plan that we feel will allow us to return to a learning environment, keep kids safe, healthy, and happy. Today's video is simply addressing the Return to Learn plan. The state of Iowa has not yet put out guidance on the protocols and procedures that are necessary to return to school. That is, students returning face-to-face in our buildings. We anticipate that guidance in the next couple of weeks. Once we receive it, we will review it and put out additional guidance and protocols that specifically address those concerns in the Oelwein Community School District. Following this video and reading through the plan, if you have comments or anything you wish to address, you can make them on a survey found at oelweinschools.com. I also want to point out that this is still in draft form, as we are not submitting this plan as final to the Department of Education until July 1. The vision statement for the Oelwein School District is that we want all students to be happy, healthy, and awesome. We know our families want the same thing, but at this point in time, you probably have a heightened concern about your child's health and safety. So do we. Therefore, we want you to know that this plan has been developed in coordination with the Iowa Department of Public Health, Fayette County Public Health Department, and our school nursing team has developed quality protocols that we feel are sustainable and that they'll keep everybody safe. Students will be required to return to learning in the fall under the Iowa Compulsory Attendance Guidelines. We've developed 3 models or 3 options in response to the family survey that was completed earlier this month. I'm going to go through them here in a second. The first option is what you should consider to be the most traditional option. We're calling our hybrid continuous learning model. On the left-hand side, you'll see that what we really want is for students to return to school. We know this is the best place for them, and we'll get the most bang for our buck when it comes to teaching your kids. However, we know that there may be a point in time where we're asked to reduce the number of students in our building. So we have a plan to address hybrid learning, or to change our schedule that will allow us to allow us to reduce the number of students in our attendance centers at any one given time. And on the far right, we'll be able to provide learning at home if there's a need to quarantine as a community, as a school building, a class, or even an individual student, that we're going to be able to provide continuous learning opportunities for our students on an individual basis, uninterrupted by illness, sickness, or quarantine. We would consider this to be our traditional learning model, a way for the future. To register, you simply register like you normally would for a traditional school year through Infinite Campus. We hope to start registering our students for next school year, July 27th. Many of you may be wondering what a hybrid model will look like. We're planning to split our student population in half into Cohort A and Cohort B. Those students will be looped from attending school to a digital learning environment on Mondays and Tuesdays, and then looped again on Thursday and Friday. We will utilize Wednesday as a digital learning day for all students. This will give us an opportunity to prepare more digital learning environment materials and to clean our buildings. Family units will be given priority to assist with childcare and also in terms of transportation and scheduling. If there is a holiday or a day off of school on any day of the week, typically a Monday or Friday, the week will be shortened and condensed, and we'll remove the digital learning Wednesday. And so the schedule would look like Tuesday, attend school, Wednesday, digital learning, Thursday, attend school, and digital learning again on Friday, and the opposite for cohort B. We're proud to announce that one of our second options is going to be an entirely online school. For those of you that don't feel comfortable sending your kid back to school in the fall, or maybe have underlying health conditions, or you're ready for a different approach to education, we are happy to present Olwine Online, or O2. This school will be provided with partnership with the Edgenuity platform, but will also incorporate Olwine School District resources and team members to ensure that your student is successful. Your student will be provided a school-issued laptop. We can support you with internet at home, and students are still considered to be Olwine Community School District students and can participate in extracurricular activities. As a family, we know this is a commitment and will require extra support on your part, and also requires specific skills for students. Students must be able to engage in online learning platform, be able to communicate readily with teachers. They have to be willing to meet weekly with a mentor and engage and work independently. We know this is new and there will probably be lots of questions. We hope to launch a specific website to address these concerns and issues in the coming days and officially open up registration for Olwine Online on July 1st. The third option that's been around for a while is homeschooling. If you don't feel that the Olwine Community School District can provide the resources and tools you need for your students to stay safe and be successful in school, you can always homeschool. Traditional homeschooling is always an option through the IPI platform or the CPI homeschooling platform. However, we are now going to be launching an OCSD homeschool assistance program. This program will allow you to participate with district resources, district technology, provide opportunities for extracurricular events and activities, the coordination of family group experiences, and to participate in state testings and assessments. As a parent, like me, you're probably wondering, will my child be required to wear a mask? We're not planning to require any PPE on our students at this point, but we're not going to prevent it either. If you choose to send your child to school wearing a mask or gloves, we'll support your decision. How will blended learning be offered? We plan to use a learning management system. Canvas, Google Classroom, and Seesaw will all be utilized depending on grade level. Students will be trained in these platforms early on in the school year. We will also have parent activities to show you how to support your students at home with these new learning management systems. How are we going to keep everything clean? There will be hand sanitizer and disinfecting wipes available in every single classroom. We're going to ask students to wash their hands frequently and to hand sanitize when they enter the building and before they leave. We are anticipating more protocols coming down from the state, such as temperature taking, sick bays, and specific quarantine guidelines and policies to be developed in the coming weeks. What if I don't have internet? We're building a specific task force with the appropriate tools and resources to help you. There are a lot of resources out there, and we're coordinating with them to make sure that you have the ability to support your child at home with technology. How are we going to be addressing social distancing? With innovative scheduling, we anticipate that the state of Iowa is going to limit us to no more than 50 in one space at any given time. Within our specific capacity in our physical space and the furniture we have, we're going to do our very best to keep the kids separated as best we can throughout the school day, knowing that we have our limitations. What will transportation and busing look like? To be honest, we just don't know yet. We're still waiting from guidance from the Iowa Department of Education and the DOT on what's allowable for the capacity of students on a bus. How will school supplies be handled this year? Many of you brought school supplies home back in March. Can you use those again? Absolutely. We will be prohibiting the use of communal supplies in classrooms, such as scissor buckets, pencil buckets, crayon buckets. We will be issuing those supplies to students if they need for individualized use and allowing them to keep them in their own pencil bags. We're also creating new school supply lists that are being formulated to be more mobile to allow the child to take school supplies from school to home if need be. It will also be, those supply lists will be released very shortly. Communication is going to be super important throughout this process. We plan on utilizing push communication with urgent updates through text messaging and Infinite Campus. We're going to be regularly posting updated procedures and policies on our district Facebook page and at oldwineschools.com. We plan to communicate regularly with parents and families through the use of emails and phone calls at the teacher level. We do ask and prefer that any meetings happening are scheduled virtually. This includes 504s and IEP meetings. We do plan on placing limits on building access, who we're allowing into our building to eliminate any kind of potential contamination. We're excited that on the 20th of August, 2020, that we get to start school again. Last time we saw your kids was March 12th, and we're excited and ready to welcome them back with open arms. Thanks for listening. Go Huskies.